Hey guys, so I thought I'd do this video on why I decided to become a video game designer. The decision actually came about in 2013, and before that, the decision to become a video game designer was kind of a long process in the making, so I have to explain the events before that to tell you why I decided to do that, become a designer. So it was 2013, and then in 2012, I graduated beauty school, and I think it was in November. And then I hadn't been home to Australia in probably, I think it was 2.5 years at the point. I was super missing Australia. So I went home in December and I got back in March. When I got back in March, I started playing a lot of World of Warcraft again, like a lot. Like the internet kind of sucks in Australia, but I could still play World of Warcraft, like arena and all that. I still managed to make it work. I wasn't being like super competitive at that point, but I was getting pretty good at it. And then when I got back to the US, I didn't have a job or anything like that. I was actually working for at a spa, but I was only getting like 5 hours a week because you only get work if you have clients, and so the owner of the spa, she would only give me what she couldn't do. So yeah, like gave me a lot of time to play World of Warcraft, and that was okay with me because I love World of Warcraft. And so a lot of my day would be like I get up at 8 a.m., go to the gym, play World of Warcraft for 3 or 4 hours. I used to exhaust myself from working out. That after like 3 or 4 hours, like I would literally sleep for like 3 to 4 hours, like just a super deep sleep. Like I just exhausted my body that much. And so after 3 o'clock, I'd wake up again, and then do like a few more hours of World of Warcraft, and then go back to the gym, come home, and then do World of Warcraft again. So anyway, because I had a lot of spare time, I actually ended up, doing pretty well in Arena. And, I started doing like macros and macro specific for certain comps. This is just in 2v2, by the way, so it's like super casual. And then anyway, I was on Twitch at that point, and anyway, it was like super weird. Like, it was June, but now it's June because I've been playing that much. Been home from Australia for 3 months, and yeah, I get this call from my sister, which is like on a Sunday night, which is like not normal for her to like want to call me in the middle of the like. I mean, it was pretty reasonable. I think it was 10 p.m. Like, it was pretty weird though, because that's Monday. Like, it's Sunday night here, it's Monday in Australia, and she's getting ready for her work week. And she has a pretty, good job, pretty intense job, so like there's no reason why she'd be calling me at that time. I thought it was odd, but I didn't really think anything about it. I was just kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. Answer the call, and I walk away from my computer because I was watching my friend play World of Warcraft on Twitch, and she calls me up, she's like, Pop died, and I was like, really? Like, wait, what happened? Like, I was kind of shocked, like, yeah, he died, like, and that was like the last of my grandparents to like live. Like, so I was like, at that point, I'm like, I used all my money to go to Australia early that year. Like, I didn't have any money left at all. Like, there was no way that I could pay for a ticket back home. And I was just like, I'm probably just gonna miss the flight. So anyway, I managed to get a standby ticket to Australia. Like the next 2 days. I think it was Sunday night, and I think I left Tuesday. So I managed to so when you fly standby, you only get on the flight if you are like, if they have extra seats. Managed to get from LA to California fine, but from California to Australia I couldn't get on at all. Like, the wait was probably like 11 days, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna miss a funeral by then. Like, this is just not good. So, I mean, I was super stressed at that point. Like, I didn't want to eat or anything like that. Like, literally for like 2 days when I was stuck in California, like, I didn't eat or anything like that. And yeah, I just couldn't eat. And so remember, like, before this, I had been playing a lot of World of Warcraft and was getting pretty good. Like, my micros were getting pretty good, and it took me a lot to get to that stage. So anyway, I'm gonna get to Australia. I actually finally get to Australia, right? I go to the funeral and that's fine. But yeah, because I had to get a super cheap ticket, I was actually stuck in Australia for like 4 years. I mean, not 4 years, 4 months. But, you know, it's not really a bad thing. It's just the amount of time I was there. So anyway, I started playing World of Warcraft again. And this was, at this point, I left Sunday. I think it may have been only 4 days. So I got to Australia, like, those. I think it only been 4 or 5 days. So I hopped back on World of Warcraft. Started doing arena with my arena partner, Jesse. And, like, I just got freaking destroyed. Like, I don't know what it was, but I knew at what skill level I was before that. Like, I knew at what point of skill-wise where I was, and I was like, man, like, it took me so long just to learn that little macro, like, all these little, like, tiny mistakes that you can make. It took me forever to get up to that point. I'm like, I'm at this, skill-wise, I'm, like, at this point where I'm, like, it's gonna take me forever to get back to it, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to work back towards that. Like, it's just gonna take so much time. And, like, I don't know if, like, at that point, I started to, like, go into, like, a depression or whatever. But, like, I just couldn't do it. And, I was at my friend's house in California for those 2 days where I didn't eat. And, like, you know, now I look back and I'm just like, you know, that was actually kind of a traumatic experience, because when you have a traumatic experience, like, your only focus is to survive. And I didn't want to eat. When you go through a traumatic experience, like, you basically only remember the things that you need to remember. And that's just eating. I didn't need to remember how to do all those little micros and macros in World of Warcraft. Like, that's not really important to life, you know? So anyway, like, I'm in Australia and I'm like, ugh, I don't think I should work for that again. I don't know if I can get back up to a level, if it's even worth it at this point. So anyway, I get back to America 4 months later, just before BlizzCon, because I was so obsessed with World of Warcraft. Like, I just wanted to go to BlizzCon just for World of Warcraft. I played Diablo too, but it was mainly because of World of Warcraft. So, you know, then when I started playing League of Legends too. And so, anyway, I made my ticket so I would come back to America before the con, even though I wasn't into World of Warcraft anymore. Like, literally in that 4 months, I stopped playing Warcraft. So anyway, I was just like, I don't know, like, what to do with my life. Like, I'm not getting any work as a esthetician. My other goal was, like, become really good at arena. Yeah. Anyway, after that, I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, that was in the back of my mind. I don't know if I ever, like, consciously just said it, but it was always in the back of my mind. And, anyway, so I went to BlizzCon, and, you know, I had a really good time. I played as much World of Warcraft. I actually would come home from BlizzCon, or back to the hotel from BlizzCon, and play League of Legends. But anyway, like, I don't know what to do with myself, and then, for some reason, I was walking in the community myself. Just walked away from the World of Warcraft arena championships, and I actually just messaged one of my Skype friends that we were World of Warcraft arena partners. Maybe I could get back into it, because we were both talking about how much we loved it. And then I walked past this sign, and it said work for, like, Blizzard or work for video games. And I was just like, you know what, like, I think that is something that I would be good at, you know, doing video games or designing video games, because I don't know. I think I'm pretty good at sketching. Like, I can sketch, and if you're a designer, a digital artist, you only need to know how to sketch. You don't have to be a full-fledged artist. You just have to know how to sketch. Just need the eye for design. I was like, you know what? Let me do that. That's something to work towards. I felt like that was something that I could work towards, and it actually had a meaning in the end. To me, like, at that point, doing World of Warcraft, like, arena, like, maybe, I mean, it'd be fun, but I really think I could make a career out of that, you know what I mean? But that's basically it. That's how I decided that I was going to make video games for a living. Sorry, I got a little emotional there, but yeah, that's how I decided I want to do video games. And then since then, I've always just like looked, just kind of been working towards that, and I feel like that's something that felt right and was good for me because as digital artists, they have to be artists, but they have to be really good at technology as well, and I just so happen to be good at both of those things. So yeah, that's everything that I'm working towards. For the, the hype about games coming, like someone has to design that game, someone has to come up with that brilliant idea, like somebody. It wouldn't be esports, it wouldn't be movies or anything without the original video game designers. So I felt like that was something really good to, work towards. So anyway, on a brighter side, I've just started buying this book. I'm not buying, I just bought it. It's about Miyamoto and the video game designer. Designers they had to come up with the ideas somehow. So I'm just like reading out how he did that because if I want to be a video game designer, like I want to be like the best I can at it. I'm gonna read like how he did it. Designers, like another good one that people know really well is Chris Metzen. He's really well known. Like I just like to see how they came up with their ideas and what inspired them. One day he noticed there was like a dark cave, and he's just like, let me bring a lantern there next time. So he brings a lantern, goes through there, and he notices that the shadows were dancing against the cave. And that's how he came up with the idea for Legend of Zelda. That specifically. I've read a little about Chris Metzen. He said that he got a lot of that, at least the art inspiration, from Dungeons and Dragons. So it's just interesting to see how these top video game designers came up with their ideas for video games that shape our video game culture. So that's just basically it right now. So